Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to be going over a 2025 Winnebago Navion, one of the most favorite floor plans, which is the 24D. So this one has a beautiful exterior paint. We're going to take a little lap around the exterior and then we'll show you the interior. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting over here, we just have our stylized rims and tires. As we work our way up here, these are the heated mirrors with the blinker inside, so that makes it nice during winter. You don't have to worry about any frost over your mirrors. They're the bigger truck style mirrors, so that gives you the best visibility. And then right here, you will, for your passenger as well as the driver's side, you have a nice little running board here with each tie down and a little bit of Winnebago grip on the top, so it's nice and slip resistant. And then as we work our way all the way to the top, this is the floor plan that has the cab over bunk here, so you can see it does have a window as well that does open, so that gives you some nice cross breeze up there. And then you have your full wall awning here with the LED light. And I do have the lights on so you can kind of see that light strip just a little bit. Just below that you have another exterior light to kind of light up that campground. And then you do have the upgraded windows that I absolutely love because they open wide. You have 3 settings, so you can do like a high, medium, and low, in addition to having a nice little bug screen so you can bring the outdoors indoors with you. Now we'll go ahead and go in here to our first storage compartment. It is nice and plastic on the interior there, so it's easy to clean, wipe out, or if you have any muddy cargo that you want to throw in there, just know everything's safe, it won't ruin it. And then you do have some charging as well as a little pre-wire here circuit, so you can go ahead and just slinky through the wires, so you can keep this bay door locked if you'd like. So you don't have to worry about unplugging anything when you take a step away from your campground. You can keep everything nice and safe. Alrighty, here is just our Suburban heater. So this is the inlet here where you'll get the hot air when that heater is on. And then next to it, you just have your Truma AquaGo. So this is a tankless water heater on the inside. It's very low maintenance. It's been around for a really long time. So it's really easy to do the winterize process inside here. You can even Google another video if you wanted to, but it's kind of easy for those first-time RVers to kind of get accustomed to, as well as to maintenance and take care of. And directly below that, this is just our bay door here for that generator, which is on. So you have the Onan QG, and it's the 3600 LP Cummins generator. And since this is a new unit, we don't even have 1 full hour of generator use on it, but I just wanted to fire it up today. And then we have another storage compartment inside of here. And one last one that we have right up here. This is going to be another entrance, so where your rear bathroom is, this is where your closet is. So you can kind of, you've seen the cork board up here, so you can access it from inside as well, which is kind of cool. But you have the option of kind of getting to things outside as well. So, and it does lock, so you don't have to worry about anyone trying to get in through there. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the rear. We'll start from the top. We do have our AC unit up there, and it is a 15,000 BTU AC. We have our backup camera, a nice ladder, a big window in the rear, which will help bring in a lot of light, which is in that master bathroom. And then we just have a nice little light for our license plate cover. Now that we're getting to the towing capacity, here is our hitch. We have a 5,000 pound towing capacity here, and then you do have the pre-wire for the brakes if you wanted to go ahead and tow a tow vehicle. Most people, they put on bike hitches and all that kind of stuff to kind of bring, or you can just put on a hitch that has some more compartments so you can carry some more stuff if you needed that. But this floor plan is really well known, not only for having the biggest slide, but also having a lot of storage. All right, now that we're in here, it seems like a lot's going on, but we just have our 30 amp shore power cord here. I did have this opened up because sometimes it gives me a hard time, but you can keep this bay door locked, of course, when it is plugged in and when you are with full hookups as far as water. And then you do have A nice little outdoor shower so you can rinse off your feet. You want to keep the coach as clean as possible. I totally understand. So if you're at a beach, that sand kind of gets everywhere. So you can just come out here and hose all your toys before you kind of load them back up, or kind of just rinse yourself off before you enter the coach. And then you just have your gray and black tank dumps here, and you can also turn on that water pump. And then this is just your freshwater inlet where you can fill that 41 gallons of fresh water, and then you have 41 gallons of gray water as well. And then your black tank is 41 gallons. And then here is, speaking of the black tank, we have our black waste tank flush inlet right here. This is our full wall slide here. So once we get inside, this is the only slide that you have. And then you just have a place right here, nice little portable water only. So you can flush, sanitize, and drain your tanks as well after using, or even before using, whatever's easiest for you. All right, another storage compartment here, similar to the one that was on the other side. And then I'm just gonna open this one so you can see it right next to each other. But this one is just going to have your big propane tank, which I believe, let me double check, is 50 gallons. Yes, so we have actually 50 pounds of LP there. And then those are just another upgrade because you have your hydraulic leveling jacks. So that's just the system right there. If it's ever giving you a fix, you can come out here and just make sure everything's connected properly, or troubleshoot if you are someone that likes to tinker with things or fix things yourself. All right. Now heading over here to the driver's side, you have the upgraded nice leather seats with the lighter interior, which is also great for summer. Black just gets really hot, but you have all the luxuries and amenities that Mercedes gives you as far as all of the comfort drive, your active brake assist, active lane keeping assist, attention assist, hill assist, and many more. But the biggest one that I think is the most important is going to be that crosswind assist, especially if you're traveling long distances through Wyoming and it gets pretty windy. You definitely don't want to be, gripping that steering wheel, fighting that wind. So that makes a significant difference to kind of help give you a less stressful drive. One thing I wanted to point out too here, this is just going to be your configuration for that seat, forward and back, and then you have up to 3 memories to store, and then you have heated seats as well, 3 settings on that. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and pop that hood. We'll end off looking at that chassis, and then we'll work our way to the inside. All right. All right, so this is on the Mercedes-Benz rear wheel drive Sprinter chassis. It is a 2-liter high output turbo diesel 4-cylinder engine, and then the 9-speed automatic transmission. You do have the adaptive ESP technology and hydraulic brakes, as well as the LED high performance headlamps. But as you can see, as I was saying before I got into all the specs here, everything's nice and open. It's not really crammed, so you can fill up your own coolant. You can fill your DEF right here, and then you have your windshield wiper fluid on the other side, as well as an oil fill. So if you're someone that likes to tinker with those things and do it yourself, you have the comfortability of doing so, where it's not such a burden with it being so cramped in here. Alrighty. That's going to end off the outside. So just take a last glimpse of this beautiful exterior, full body paint. I love these blues and grays. It just brings a nice little warm welcome to the campground. But let's go ahead and walk on the inside. You do have a nice little screen door here that has a plastic bottom. So if any pets, you don't want them to nose through that screen door, it is a little bit more heavy duty, which I appreciate. And then before we head in, I'm just gonna take a step in so I can kind of point, but once you enter to your left, that's where you're gonna have the power disconnect, which is right over here in this corner. So right here is just somewhere you'll turn it off if it's ever in storage. Your step override, so every time you close that door, if you want the steps to come in, you can just go ahead and turn that on. If not, you can turn it off. We have our awning lights right over here, as well as the awning controller right next to it. And then the upgraded EQ systems that I was telling you about, which are the leveling jacks. Your controller is going to be right here, so you just want to make sure you do power that on, and then you just hit auto level. Sometimes when you turn on the coach, if this was left on, it is going to scream at you and beep at you. Even if your jacks aren't down, it is just kind of a safety mechanism. So you'll just want to come over here, put retract all so they get nice and tight again, or do their thing, and then you just want to turn that off so you don't have any advantage of them kind of slipping as you're traveling. Underneath this step here, which I'm not going to open, but you have your 2 batteries. They're the deep cycle group 31 RV batteries. So they are located underneath this little step here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the chassis, because that's what we need in order to open up that slide, while you guys go ahead and take a look at the inside. Perfect. Alrighty, now I'm just going to head over here for where our slide out controller is. But as you could see, I'm kind of talking about the popularity of this floor plan. Of course, given the big full wall slide, it really opens it up. It kind of feels more like a Class A on the inside when it is open, but also having this huge walkthrough. So this is pet friendly, also just friendly for anybody that likes huge countertop space and kitchen area, because they like to cook when they camp. It gives you the freedom and the option of doing that as well. So plenty of amenities in such a small size, being a 25 foot. So let's just go ahead and extend that slide out, so you guys can see what I'm talking about as far as the space on the inside. If you've never been in one before, I highly recommend coming and seeing one. It always blows people away. It's so much different watching videos or seeing pictures online. It just doesn't really do it justice sometimes. Alrighty. Perfect. Just gonna get this door closed. Alrighty, but now that it is all completely opened up, you can see our floor space has a little bit more than doubled in size. And it's just really open. Your bed is something that does fold down, so if you're not using it, it just adds to more space during the day. You can come and host people inside of here where they can hang out. So if it's ever raining or gets cold or windy, you don't have that sense of feeling cramped or having to go in your RV, or your trip being ruined because you can't be in the outdoors, which is why RVs are so, exciting. So having the openability inside of this coach makes it nice. And we'll go ahead and just start over here in the rear of the coach. Another reason why it's one of my personal favorite floor plans is because you have a really big space in the bathroom. Everything is in its own section. So you have the shower here with the skylight. You have the upgraded shower surround and bedpan. So when you step into this, it's not, I'm sorry, there's some winterizer in here, but it's not going to bow. It doesn't feel really loose or unstable, or like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure I'm staggering my weight because it's going to collapse under me. Winnebago does a great job making sure it keeps it really stable. And then of course this little awkward hanging rack here, but it's perfect for wetsuits or anything that you want to hang dry, or even just having in the closet while you're going down the road and you kind of don't need to have a shower. Just having the option of hanging up some clothes is nice. And then I'm just going to close myself in here really quick just to show you this shower curtain. It is a nice little self-cleaning, so you don't have to worry about any water or gunk getting built up in here. So as you close it, it'll automatically shut off all that water. Here's that window I was telling you about. It doesn't open or anything, but it's nice just having some natural light in here, especially if you're trying to reserve on battery power. So you can go ahead and open up this window, get some natural light in, and not have to worry about using the light. And then we just have our toilet directly below that with our little pedal here to flush. Nothing too crazy about that again, but you have 41 gallons of black tank. And then we'll start from the bottom, since we're just already down here from looking at the toilet. And then we have another cabinet right here that's just giving me a hard time here. So you have some cabinet space directly underneath the sink, as well as 2 charging outlets right here. So perfect for plugging in a toothbrush if you needed that, blow dryer, curling iron, any of that kind of stuff. And then you do have your water pump and your Truma AquaGo. So if you get ready for the shower and you forgot to turn it on, at least it's in the bathroom, so you don't have to worry about going back in the living area and if someone else is in there. So I like how they put that in there. You have your nice little medicine cabinet inside here with some shelves. So plenty of storage space. All these buttons will help lock things in place so you can kind of shove them with a bunch of stuff. You don't have to worry about overloading them. And then here is that closet area. I know I'm kind of awkwardly closing you off here. But this is the closet I was telling you about that is also accessible from the outside. And then we just have some Winnebago goodies in here. That's the table that I'll show you where it kind of goes, where the post is. And then all to the right is all the Newmar goodies that it gives you as far as like nice dump tanks, hoses, I mean, and a few other accessories. Yeah, but that's pretty much going to wrap up our bathroom area. Perfect, so I'll go ahead and get that locked. You do have a nice little fan here too, so you can get some ventilation in here so it doesn't get too hot or humid while you're using the shower or the bathroom. And then you just have that natural pocket door here. Nice, quick and easy to use, locks in place, which is nice for when you're going down the road. It will kind of minimize any of the noises. As soon as you walk out of the bathroom, you have two more storage areas. Well, it looks like two, but it's mainly, I would say, like 1.5. These drawers are nice, very sturdy, but I like how they come out so you don't have to worry about trying to get something from the back. And it's kind of uncomfortable when it's too far back there and you just can't reach it. So you have a total of 3 little drawers here, a shelf on top, and then the shelf on the bottom. Below here with those little black panels are just going to be your fuses and your breakers. So I kind of like how that's midship, and then they covered it up so you can't really see it. So it makes it just look a little bit more residential. You don't have like a random panel over there kind of hanging out that just looks weird. All right, sliding down here, we just have our Norcold fridge and freezer. Decent size for the freezer and fridge setup here. Depending on how many people you have, you can definitely store enough food for a week or two. And above that, we just have our solar charger. So I told you the 2 panels at 100 watts. Right now it's a nice sunny day, which is great to hear out here in Colorado. So we're holding a charge at 14.7 volts. It was about at 13.2 before I turned the generator on, and then I turned it off. So quick charge there. Sliding over here is just our one place. So this is we can turn on our generator here or also see our battery levels and our tank levels, as well as turn on the water pump. And then this is that slide out controller to use the slide, where you need to have your brake set as well as the ignition running in order to run that slide. Sliding on over, we do have our kitchen area that you guys kind of already seen, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up the storage up above with the TV in the middle and the sound bar. But as you can see, everything's carpeted on the inside here, makes it nice and soundproof as much as possible. That is, I'm sure you're going to have to do your own fair share of soundproofing just because these are houses pretty much on wheels. So plenty of storage there. You have a nice little screen here for any of the cooking things that might be happening in here, the bacon splattering everywhere, so you can kind of protect that wood. And then it's kind of cool having the Navion still being a split. So you have the true induction, which is nice when you have full hookup, so you have unlimited battery power there. Or if you are boondocking, then you can have the option of just using your propane. And then I'll go ahead and start with the bottom drawer here, just so you can kind of see the storage. The lights turn on the moment you open that first drawer. And then we just have some remotes in here. This is for our Air Max fan, where you can kind of prop up wherever you'd like. Soft close on the drawers. And as we work our way over, this is where our microwave will be. Microwave convection oven, that is. And then again, another drawer directly underneath that. All right, and now that we're over here by the sink, I'll just start from the bottom and work my way up so you can see the 2 huge rectangular sinks, perfect for that wash and rinsing and saving the 41 gallons of fresh water that you have, so you won't need to fill up. And then before we jump to the other side and I kind of show you the bedroom and bed situation, I did just want to briefly go over these windows. So you have about 4 locks In the middle, you can lock them right there, so you could still have it cracked, but then again, it's locked, so you don't have to worry about anyone getting inside of the coach if you want to go take a hike or you're taking your dog out, but you still want some fresh breeze on the inside. There we go. I was like, they always mess with me. If you put it all the way up, it will automatically just come back down, so that's kind of how you close it, so you got to kind of get the clicks right sometimes. But rain or shine, you can have these windows open since you have a nice little awning for say over your window, since they prop open like that. And then these are just magnetic, so if you wanted the full breeze but you wanted some privacy as well, you can go ahead and, you know, mess with it in any way you'd like. But this is kind of just what I was explaining about bringing the outdoors inside, open up all these beautiful windows and getting in all that fresh air, especially if you're at the beach, getting in all those nice smells and sounds. Alrighty, let's move back over here so we can go over our bed situation. I know one thing I pointed out that I love how the bed folds up, just because you have the flexibility and of being able to do anything with this space, not feeling as cramped, being able to welcome more people inside. So if you make friends while you're camping too, you can have them come in your coach and feel comfortable and not squished and awkward. And then also having this as a couch, so somewhere else for more people to sit. And then this is where one of the tables can go, so you only get one table and one leg. You can be put here, and then I'll show you that secondary place in just a moment. But let's just say now we're wrapping things up. We've cleaned the kitchen, we've had dinner, and now we're going to get ready for bed. We're just gonna go ahead, and it is electric. And the controller switch is in the bathroom. My apologies, I forgot to tell you that. It's just a little black switch up and down, super simple. But here is your bed. As you can see, once the bed is down, you have some more storage up above. The cabinets are similar to all the ones we've been looking at. The nice two-tone, so we got the white on top and then the brown cabinets on the bottom. You have a little shelf on either side, so you'll be able to put a water bottle, and then you also have charging options on either side. And then you have at least one window, so if you are boondocking and you don't have the option of running your AC at night, or you don't want to run your generator to run your AC at night, you do have at least one window here, and then the other windows inside of the RV to kind of get some nice cross breeze to be comfortable. One last thing I did want to mention before I close the bed back up is you see these little anchors that will totally cover this bed. So you have a nice little curtain that you could prop up if you want. So just say you have the grandkids over, or you have your kids and you want some privacy. They can have their own little spot where they could sleep in the bunk over a cab, and then you can kind of close yourself off with the curtains as well. Or maybe you just have some friends that you want to come with you too, and you don't want to awkwardly look at them while they sleep, then you have the option of kind of closing that up as well. Alrighty. Here is your Coleman Mac controller for that AC, and for your heater, I just forgot to mention that as we were walking by. And then you do have light switches throughout the whole coach. In the middle is off, up is high, down is low. And then these are super easy. You just push this button and it will automatically unlatch. All right, and then we're just gonna go ahead and slide on over to our huge booth dinette here. I love this because most booth dinettes, when you convert them into a bed, an adult can't sleep there. But I mean, given that you can take these cushions off, I mean, I would feel comfortable sleeping here, and I'm 5'8", so it just really makes more possibilities of having more people stay with you, especially in a pinch. Again, with weather, especially with Colorado, you never know if it's going to be rain or shine. So if you brought some people with you that are sleeping in a tent and then it got really windy or rainy or just wasn't comfortable for them anymore, you have a backup plan for somewhere for them to sleep as well. Here are a few more cabinets for some storage. They are all through and through. There's that beige curtain I was telling you about to cover up the bed, and then that handy dandy Winnebago notebook of all the owner's manuals on the inside. And then again, just closing them and locking them to ensure they don't open while you're going down the road. I know I already talked about this becoming a bed. You will just take this table off, and then as you can see, there's a nice little ledge down here, so you'll just need to take the leg off and kind of convert the cushions around, put that table down, and then you'll be able to create a nice sleeping space. This is one of the floor plans where you have the option of having a tether for a car seat. So if you have a kiddo that is in a car seat, you can still be able to comfortably sit them there. And then plenty and endless storage underneath. Whoop, that one fell, sorry. Storage underneath each of these seats. So they're completely hollow, perfect for some, you know, jackets or bigger items, maybe even bedding. But as far as pantry space and being able to seat belt up to 4 people in a 25-foot coach, that is pretty nice. One last thing I wanted to say, given that the TV is right over here, if you wanted to lean back and prop up your legs, kind of lounge around a little bit more, you have this. So you can go ahead and put that up, and then yeah, I would say kids can sit on it if they want, but that's at your discretion. And then wrapping up, this is the bunk overhead I was discussing earlier that has 2 windows on either side, so you can go ahead and comfortably get some nice cross breeze up there. And then these are just the little, I call them boosters, but I'll just move them out of your way so you can get a little bit better of a picture of how big this bed is. Because in my opinion, another adult can sleep up there, possibly 2, you know, if you need to make do. But of course, 2 kids can sleep up there. You have charging, you have a little night light, and then a nice little curtain to close them off, to give them some privacy. But I mean, kids love it. It's like their own little fort, especially the fact that it's up high. And then you have a nice little safety ladder here too. But yeah, all right, we're gonna go ahead and jump up front here and just end off kind of talking about some things Mercedes here. I don't want to be too repetitive. Not much has changed. But the chassis is running right now, so you have your nice Mercedes steering wheel. The controllers on this side control everything up here. These controllers control everything over here. We do have our park brake on, which lets us know that as well. And then one of my favorite things is honestly having the digital mirror, the rear view mirror. I love having that because you can always see behind you while you're going down the road. And then if you need to see the kiddos in the back, you can go ahead and just flip that. Plenty of storage up front here, as well as a wireless charging for at least one person's phone. And then if you did want to use your own navigation, you can go ahead and you'll just have to plug it in here so you can mirror your phone screen. Other than that, it is going to be Bluetooth compatible, so it will connect for any phone calls, text messages, and then of course Siri. Right now we're just on the navigation that it comes with, but you can go in here and see all of the other options as far as connecting your phone, the navigation, radio, media, more information, and then the Mercedes Me apps, as well as settings, which will go into all of the things that you can turn on and off for the comfort drive and all that kind of stuff. And then you just have buttons in case you don't want to use a touchscreen while you're going down the road, and then your AC and heating down here along with your hazard lights. Plenty of cup holders. You have 2 for each side and then 1 in the door on either side. And then a cool thing is for the key fob, a place where you can put it that will also charge your key fob battery is going to be right down here. Or if the chassis is ever giving you a fit saying they cannot detect the key fob, you can, of course, can put it right there too, and it will help get that going for you. All right, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for our 2025 Winnebago Navion, the 24D. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or would like, you know, a phone call to chat, or even a personalized video FaceTime chat walking through this unit again, I'd be happy to do so, or even set up an appointment for you guys to come out and test drive and talk about all the other amazing amenities Navion has to offer. You can guys give me a call at this number below right here, which is 970-388-7937. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.